Welcome to the Buzz on Business, the Northern Medina County Chamber Alliance's show where we highlight different businesses in our area that can bring lots of value to the community. And today we have Connie with us from Buckeye's Mission and Sanctuary. Connie, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Tell us about this dog sanctuary and your mission and your nonprofit.
My name is Connie Richendollar, and I founded Buckeye's Mission 10 years ago, 2016, and we just down the street in Brunswick itself. So what inspired me to do this was 10 years ago, I actually adopted a pitty, and at the time that I adopted him, I got a lot of negativity from friends and family. They're like, "Oh, how could you, adopt a pitty and you have a young son?" But I tell you what, he turned out to be the best dog I've had. So after he passed away, being a spiritual person, I asked myself, is there a message? Is there something here that I'm supposed to do for him? So, and that inspired me to start Buckeye's Mission, and I started out just, rescuing pitties who needed a second chance. And after that, he just branched out to be all of the breeds, because how could you say no to some other breeds? I mean, you're rescue. Yeah. So what our effort is to find dogs that need a second chance and place them in homes that would give them a second chance until the end of their years.
That's amazing. Yeah. I love that. And you're right down the street.
Yes.
In Brunswick.
Yes.
And what are the intersection?
Center and Substation.
Okay, great. And you have about 3 acres.
I do.
The sanctuary
yes.
on. So everything's fenced in. The dogs can run around.
Absolutely.
And just have that freedom
yes.
and a newfound life again.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me about Buckeye. He inspired you, right? And so really the whole business name was
yes.
built around the
yes.
dog's name,
yes.
which is really cool,
yes.
right? So dogs come, they might need to be rehabilitated. So you have a lot of resources
yes.
within your nonprofit organization, right? So
yes.
who do you have that helps you? You have, different people, right?
Yes. So we actually have a groomer on site
okay.
and a trainer on site, and we do need their expertise because as we take dogs in, we go through assessments for the dogs to see if there's any behavioral issues, because if they do, we want to tackle that right away for the safety of other dogs and for the safety of the staff. Sure. And volunteers. So we want to make sure that we take care of that. And we also, when the dogs first come in, if we do not know the source, like a stray, like where they've been, if they have any diseases, we typically quarantine them for about 10 to 14 days, just to make sure that they don't have any diseases that they're bringing in to the sanctuary, because we have other dogs that we do have to make sure that we care for. So yeah, sure. Protect as well. Of course, and we get a lot of little dogs with the fluffy hairs, and they usually come in matted, sure. Terrible. So groomer usually will give them a couple days to decompress, get to know them a little bit, get them comfortable, and then we groom them. So we don't necessarily groom them the day they come in. We usually give them time to get to know us, get a little bit more comfortable, and then that makes grooming a little bit easier for the dogs too. So we have to gain their trust first.
So if a dog is rehabilitated, right, they're ready to go to a good home, what does the process look like for adoption?
So there's an application to fill out on the websites, or you can email us directly, using our information on the website, and then we'll send you an email, send you an application, you fill it out, we set a time for them to come in to meet the dog, and then after, if there's a mutual agreement that this is going to be a good fit mutually, then there is other stuff behind the scenes that we do. We do background check, we do vet check. If you've had a dog before, we want to make sure that you are a good dog owner, current on vaccines and stuff like that. And then we do a virtual home visit. And there's an adoption agreement. There's okay. things that you cannot do post-adoption. Normally it's just stuff that you don't want to do or do as a responsible dog owner. And then after that, we pick a day and time for the dog to go home.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. So all this process, you have a lot of people that are playing a role in the dog sanctuary, right?
Yes.
And it's a nonprofit.
Yes.
And so how can people that are dog lovers, people that just really want to help the sanctuary, how can they donate? And what are some of the things that they would be, donating to provide services for the sanctuary? Where's that money going to go?
So there's a few ways they can donate. They can donate supplies, like we're always in need of cleaning supplies because we clean all day, every day.
Okay.
They could also donate directly to veterinary clinics.
Okay.
We have 2 here in town that we use, so they can donate. Currently, we have 2 dogs that needs surgeries, but that aside, we have dogs that come in all the time, and each bill sometimes could run up to be about $500 for each dog. So if they can donate directly to the vets, that's great. Or if they want to donate directly to us, that's great too. All the information is on our website,
So
and they can and they can also physically come in and help walk the dogs, or talk to the dogs, and spend time with them.
Volunteer time.
Volunteers,
Okay,
yes.
awesome.
Yes.
All right, great. So your website is what?
Buckeyes, www.buckeyesmissionsanctuary.com.
All right. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us,
you.
Connie. All right, we'll be right back.